Okay.
And I'm also going to turn on a recording to the cloud. All right. We got everybody here?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
All right. Today's date is September 29th, 2021. In Lubbock County, Texas, I call cause number 2001-51234 in the interest of the Cunningham and Gonzalez children. Says the state.
Present ready, Your Honor.
All right. Present by telephone is Darren Andre Cunningham. Is that correct, sir?
Darren Andrew.
Andrew, thank you, sir. Mr. Cunningham, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Also present by, is she by telephone or? I can't see right now. Can't see.
Looks
her.
like telephone.
Yes, she is by phone, Your Honor.
All right.
Yeah.
Also present by telephone is Lisa Gonzalez. Are you ready, Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Boyd is going to announce the agreement. Both of you listen carefully and make sure this is what you understand your agreement is. Go ahead, Mr. Boyd.
Your Honor, on this case, the dependent on the case, the child on the case is no longer a child. They've been emancipated for several years, so this will just be a judgment and a payment on judgment. Parties are agreed that Mr. Cunningham is in arrears in child support in the amount of $8,211.81 as of August 31st, 2021. He's agreed to begin paying that back at a rate of $100 a month. I'm assuming on beginning October 1st, 2021. Parties are also in agreement that Mr. Cunningham is in arrears in medical support as of the same date, August 31st, 2021, in the amount of $1,893.73, at which he will begin paying back at a rate of $30 a month, also beginning on October 1st, 2021. Your Honor, that concludes the agreement.
All right, and I'm going to assess court costs against Mr. Cunningham due in 1 year, so October 1st, 2022. Let me ask you, Ms. Gonzalez, is that in fact what you're agreeing to today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you think it's in the best interest of the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Cunningham, is that in fact what you're agreeing to today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you think it's good for the children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and even though you're agreeing to pay it back, that on a monthly basis, that doesn't stop the AG's office from like grabbing an IRS refund or anything like that.
Mm.
Even if you're
Yes,
making every payment, I want you to be aware of that. All right. Then I'm
yes,
approving
ma'am.
your agreement. Mr. Boyd is going to prepare that order for my signature. I'm signing off on it. There is a period of 3 business days during which anybody can request a new hearing. You do that, you get a new hearing in front of the district judge, and they would start fresh and make their own decision. But if nobody requests a new hearing, this order from today starts to become final, and you should get a copy in the mail in about 2 weeks. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Yes,
you
ma'am.
both. Good luck to you and your families.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Who's
you,
up
Lisa.
next?
Your Honor, we have a default in the Torres case.
All right, Mr.
Um,
Meadows, let's get our folks out here. Ms. Bustillos,
She's on her way.
Yes.
thank you, Anita.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I've got the recording turned on. Ms. Bustillos, I'm recording on my YouTube channel, and I'm also recording to the cloud. So here we go. Today's date is September 29th, 2021. In Lubbock County, Texas, I call cause number 2010-552-709 in the interest of the Torres and Bustillos children. What says the state?
Present and ready.
Mr. Meadows has announced ready. Also present by telephone is Rebecca Bustillos. Are you ready, Ms. Bustillos?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. The court's file indicates that Nikki Torres Sr. was served with notice of these proceedings back on May 11th of 2021. The return of service has been in the court's file in excess of 10 days, and there is no appearance on behalf of Mr. Torres today. This hearing was set for 11 a.m. and it's now approximately 11:25, so we are proceeding to default. Ms. Bustillos, let me ask you, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Meadows, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Bustillos, are you the mother of the two children subject of this case?
Yes, I am.
And the child, Lazarus, is she over 18 now?
Yes.
Okay. And then the child, Nikki, when does he turn 18?
January 7th of 2022.
Okay, so next January, will he still be fully enrolled in high school at that point?
Yes.
And is he expected to graduate in May of 2022?
Yes.
All right. And the last order that was done by the court stopped his current support. Do you know why?
It was because he was incarcerated, I believe in 2020.
Okay, and is he currently still incarcerated?
No, he's not.
And is it your understanding that he's out of May working?
Yes, he is out and he is working, yes.
And does he have any other minor biological children?
Yes, he has two minor biological children. So a total
Okay,
of
and do
3 minors.
Okay, and do they live with him, as far as what you know?
Yes, yes, his two other children do reside with him.
Okay. And what kind of health care coverage do you have for Nikki?
Currently, he's enrolled in Texas Medicaid.
Okay, and does he have any health issues?
No health issues, no.
Now, as far as you know, and based on the pleadings, does Mr. Torres owe you some back child support as well?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Your Honor, I hope it's already there, but I would move to admit as State's Exhibit 1, the financial report.
Admitted as states number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, I'll pass this witness.
Anything else you want me to know, Ms. Bustillos, that hasn't come up through the question and answer?
Oh, no.
All right, thank you. Mr.
Your Honor.
Meadows, what's the state requesting?
Your Honor, we would like to call as a witness Lacey Vaughn.
All right, Ms. Vaughn,
Yes, Judge.
do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, Ms. Vaughn.
Ms. Vaughn, where do you work?
The Attorney General's Office, Child Support Division.
And what is your title?
I'm a child support officer.
And as a child support officer, did you happen to research the income of the non-custodial parent, Nikki Torres, in this case?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. Were there reported wages for him from a company in the second quarter of this year?
Yes, sir.
And what was the name of that company?
Sun Gold Foods.
All right. And what were his reported wages in the second quarter of this year?
$6,820.27.
Okay. And did he also have was he also with that company in the first quarter of this year?
Yes, sir.
And what was his reported income in the first quarter?
$5,097 even.
All right. And in the first quarter of this year, did he also work for anybody else?
Yes, sir. Select temporaries.
Okay, and what
And-
were the reported wages for the first quarter from the select temporaries?
$1,278.70.
1,000?
Yes, Judge, $1,278.70.
Thank you.
And do your research reflect any other employers in either the first or second quarter of this year besides the two that you named, Ms. Vaughn?
No, sir.
Okay. I will pass the witness.
Do you have any questions you want to ask her, Ms. Bustillos?
No, I do not. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Vaughn.
Thank you.
And with that, Your Honor, the state would rest.
All right. Ms. Bustillos, I can't recall the answer to this question. Does Mr. Torres have any other children under the age of 18?
Yes, he has 2 children in his household under the age of 18.
Thank you.
He has four biological children, my 2 and the 2 that reside in his home.
All right, but your oldest is over 18 right now.
That is correct.
So you just have child support due for the one child, Nikki.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Have you run the figures yourself, Mr. Meadows?
Your Honor, I did run some figures based upon the last quarter with Sun Gold Foods, based on a monthly gross of $22.73 and a net of $19.18, and with 2 other children at 16%. I'm sorry, I lost that figure. Give me just a second, please.
You need to subtract the health insurance.
Yeah, and I based it on a presumed order from the court of $50 a month on health insurance,
Okay.
and that amount was $307 in child support. I didn't run it for the first quarter. I didn't average it out with the first quarter, and the first quarter adding both of his
I
wages.
added it all and we're only off about $20.
Okay.
I get $300 a month.
As always, we defer to the judge.
At 16%. What did you get?
Well, if you average both of them, that's probably more accurate. And so I had 307 just from that second quarter.
Okay.
But, we will defer to the court as far as the averaging of the quarters.
All right. Based on the testimony and evidence before me, I'm ordering him to pay Ms. Bustillos child support of $307 per month. I'm also ordering him to pay medical support of $50 per month. I'm going to use the start date of June 1st of 2021.
I'm sorry, what date?
June 1st of 2021. So the first month after he was served.
Oh, I see. You're going back.
I'm going back to the date of service, the first month after the service. And I'm granting judgment for the amounts as of May 31st.
Thank you, Honor.
Both the health insurance and the child support arrearages. And what amounts did you request the payment at?
Your Honor, we're up to, the courts can just pick a number. I think $50 a month would be fine. It's 3,000 plus in arrears at that time.
All right. Let's do $50 a month on the child support arrears and $40 a month on the medical support arrears.
Your Honor, on the medical, it was only like $2.28 total. So,
Oh, well, then we won't worry about it.
yeah, just do like maybe $2.28 and that'll cover it.
Let's make it in the 5.
Okay,
Okay.
50 and then
assessing-
5. Is that right?
So 307 on the current, $50 a month on the health insurance, and $55 payment per month total on the arrearages. Court costs assessed against Mr. Torres due June 1st of 2022. All right, Mr. Meadows is going to prepare that order for my signature, Ms. Bustillos. I'm going
Okay,
on it. There is a period of 3 business days during which you or Nikki could request, or Mr. Torres could request a new hearing. If somebody does that, you get a new hearing in front of the district judge and they'd start over, make their own decision. But if nobody does that, this order starts to become final and you should get a copy of it within about 2 weeks. If you don't get one by email or regular mail, call the AG's office in Lubbock Central and remind them to send one to you. All right?
all right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bustillos. I appreciate your patience today. And
Thank you.
up to you and your children.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.